ZZ109 FM. This is Elsie Jenkins. How you doing there, Reverend No Show?
Doing fine, Miss Jenkins. I'm doing fine.
What's going down, Bob? What's going down?
Ain't nothing going on but rent. I'm feeling good. I'm ready to get busy with these topics.
Got my trusty little paper, of course. I'm going to get down to some deep thought today. Because I'm a little disturbed when I think about news media and their responsibility that they fall behind in reference to putting out the news. Let's get down to it. I got my coffee. I got my Danish. I'm feeling good about myself. All right, let's go right to it. Alicia Keys. Fantasia. All right, of course, the media took an opportunity to put those two ladies' faces on the airwaves via internet. Took the opportunity to compare those two women, pros and cons between the two. Just an opportunity to exploit someone. That's all it was. And they did. First and foremost, what you got to look at is who are they exploiting? They are exploiting black people. Anytime they can put something negative on the airwaves about black people, they will. Now, it really doesn't matter what color you are, because people of all colors run off with other people when they're married. That's not just a black thing. That's something that all kinds of races have problems with. So to chastise two black women that have done it within a 2-month period is pushing it. It's pushing it. Your focus isn't on everyone's issue. It's on black people's issues right now. I think it's because, number one, we got a black president. Number two, the economy is getting better. Don't listen to the media, because it is getting better. There are more hiring signs in windows than ever. The stock market is over 10,000 people. The stock market is over 10,000 people. And I'm telling you now, if you check your pocket, you might find a little jingle in there, a little bit of change. Now, the reason why it's moving so slow is because there are forces that be. The forces of hate and injustice that try to keep us down. And when I say us, I'm talking about the minority. And in 2010, there's a color on minority, because the minority can be white people too. So the powers that be are holding down the minority, which in this country is becoming the majority. Am I moving too fast for you people? Lord have mercy. Reverend No Show, am I moving too fast for you?
Miss Jenkins, I'm with you.
Bob, with your 5th grade education, can you keep up with what I'm saying?
Well, I keep up with what you're saying. I understand exactly what you're talking about.
What's I'm talking about, Bob?
You saying that the powers that be keeping us from being.
Lord have mercy, Bob. 5th grade education, huh? The powers that be. Yes, people, the powers that be. Let's just break it down. Yes, it is wrong to take another man's wife. It's wrong to take another man's husband. It's wrong to take another person that's married from another person. Yes, it is. It is wrong. Now, some people got the idea in their minds that, oh, because you're separated, you ain't married. I don't know who started that new rule there, too, but you are still married even though you're separated. Yes, you are. Somehow, somebody around here is changing the damn rules. You can have sex before marriage. Somebody changed that rule. After you get married and you run down the street for a week and you are separated, you can nilly-willy do whatever you want to do with any woman out in the street. No, you can't. You are still married. You're not divorced. You're still married. Changing the rules. Lord have mercy. There's a lot of circumstances between the two stories of Fantasia and Alicia Keys. Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats and Fantasia, and who knows who this grocery dude is. I mean, he don't got no name. Like Swiss Beats. Swiss Beats is a pretty popular person compared to this dude. So I just look at the two stories and the internet, how it exploits both of them women right now to the maximum. Let's get to another area here. Military. All right, we are finally moving out of Iraq, but people believe it when I say that we are going somewhere else. This is a war-mongering country. This country doesn't know anything but war until we get leadership in place that can understand that negotiation is a weapon also. We will be embedded in war for the duration of our lives. I repeat myself for those of y'all that are kind of slow. Until we get leadership in place that understands that negotiation is a weapon also, we will be embedded in war for the duration of our lives. If I'm moving too fast for you, you might want to get you a new pair of sneakers, because Elsie Jenkins is on the prowl. All right, people, let's go on. You know what? I'm about to talk about some sports, Reverend No Show.
I'll say what, Miss Jenkins?
I'm about to talk about some sports. See, I done changed the game up on it, see? All right, Brett Favre. Yeah, it ain't going to take much to get him back on the field, but how much is it going to take to terminate this man? Definitely. Now, rumor has it the last game he played, the New Orleans Saints defense pretty much beat him down like it was a tap-out match on television. So, how much punishment can a man take? That's what I'm boiling this conversation down to. Bob, any ideas on how much punishment Brett Favre can take?
I don't know how much he can take. I'll tell you right now, he is a very tough competitor, but he ought to lead this game for the young people. Miss Jenkins, I think as long as this man feels he can play, he should be able to play.
Well, I feel the same way. I guess, it's your right to do whatever you want to do in this world. And as long as you ain't hurting nobody, I think the man should be able to do what he loves to do. And if it's go on the football field and get punished once a week on Sunday or maybe a Monday night here and there, well, by golly, so be it. So be it. All right. Moving on, people. Eggs. They got a recall on eggs, so if you got some eggs you about to scramble, hold up now. Slow your damn roll. Them eggs might be contaminated. Now, see, this is a good time to get back at somebody at work. You go in there, you say, okay, all right, y'all, I done baked a couple cakes for y'all. Come over and get some of these cakes and these danishes and goodies. Meanwhile, you went down there to the grocery store and scooped up a couple cartons of these salmonella poisoned up eggs. About to hook some right up. They all gonna be running to the bathroom before lunchtime. That's for sure. Let's get on with the news. What more do we gotta talk about the eggs? Don't eat no damn eggs for a while. 320 million eggs are a lot of damn eggs. So it's going to take a while to get all them eggs back to be processed in the garbage. So if you're going to go to McDonald's, you're going to come through the drive-thru, they're going to be like, hello, welcome to McDonald's. How can I help you? Oh, yes, so let me have a sausage egg. Hold on. Take the egg off of that. Just give me a sausage biscuit, please. And one of them sausage burritos. Hold on. Just take the egg out that for me, too. I mean, that's what you got to do, people. No eggs. A mother accused of killing son remorseful. What the heck is going on with this right here? These mothers killing their kids. I mean, you know what? It is a sad thing. And I look at this story about the mother accused of suffocating her 2 young sons and trying to cover it up by staging an accident. Says she is remorseful and has been speaking with her family minister. Let me show you how the media just likes to exploit people, and I'm going to put it out there. Now, first and foremost, no, we are not all the most educated people in the world. No, we're not. There are some people out here that are living with a 5th grade education, like Bob.
I'm not going to comment.
Nonetheless, they're out here. They're surviving, and they are out here. Now, in this comment, the media says she's tearful as anybody would be under these circumstances, defense attorney Carl B. Grant said. After a brief hearing, she's been very sad, very remorseful about all of this stuff, all of the allegations. Now, this is a lawyer talking this way. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, if you don't want to be here in this world, then why don't you go ahead and take yourself out of here? But these young kids have the right to live. They have the right to see Christmas. They have the right to see Halloween. They have the right to be able to go to school. They have the right to be able to see their graduation. They have the right to be able to go to college and graduate. They have the right to either start a business, go in the military, or just be a bum if they want to. They have rights. They have rights. And to take these rights away from them, regardless of what your reasons are, is selfish. Selfish. I have no remorse for this young lady. She's black as can be, but I have no remorse for her. If these toddlers, and this is supposedly her statement, she truly felt that these toddlers could be free, I tell you what, you could have brought them 2 little young men over to me. The little 2-year-old, 18-month-old, you could have brought them over to me. You could have put them right in my care, inside of my front door, with their things and their belongings, and you could have turned away and walked away. You could have kept on walking. You ain't had to ever come back. And I would have took that 2-year-old and that 18-year-old into my house, and I would have cleaned them up and put them some fresh clothes on. And then I would have got them into my car, went down to Walmart and got a car seat for both of them. And then I would have taken my vehicle and take them two young little people down to let's say we go and get them some Happy Meals from McDonald's and allow them to go into the playland and run around and be free and enjoy being a little toddler. The hell? My goodness. Like I was just saying, I had no problem of taking these two little toddlers in my house, my home, and I could have raised them if you didn't want to be a woman enough to raise your children. You see, now I'm about to break out a can of worms that I didn't want to have to break out, but I'm going to break it out for you. First of all, ladies, if you don't want the baby, you have to keep your legs closed. You have to tighten up grip on the thighs of your legs if you're not ready for the responsibility to be a mother. Now, I don't care what sounds go through your ears. Baby, I love you. Baby, I love you. Baby, I love you. You should listen to your thighs. If your thighs start to creak open, you need to creak them back closed. Because if you're not ready for the responsibility of being a mother, you don't need to bring that child into this world. You see, this young lady should not have brought these two children into the world if she didn't even care about being a mother. She calls herself setting these young men free. You could have set them free by not bringing them here in the first place. They would have remained free up in heaven without your influence. But you see, somewhere down the road, this young lady opened her legs up without thinking about the consequences, without thinking about these two little heartbeats that she was bringing into the world. You've got to open your minds up before you open your legs up, ladies. And if your mind is not open and you are not willing to accept the responsibility of being a mother, then you should keep your legs closed. It is that simple. If you don't want to get up at night and make the bottles, because I'm going to tell you now, half of y'all are going to be by yourself because the men's that you think are good men's are going to run the hell off. Reason why? Because you done had sex before marriage. So you're giving this man all kinds of options when he's a single man with testosterone issues. And men's, let me retract some myself. Let me back up a little bit here. You young men's out here, pathetic young men's, because you are a pathetic man when you sit around and let your electricity get cut off. And you're supposed to be the man of the house. Your baby child sitting there in the dark. And you making every excuse in the world to keep from paying your damn bills. You are a pathetic excuse of a man when you come into a woman's life, bring forth a life, and then run off. Find you a little Alicia Keys. Put some seeds in her. Now she's got a life. That's right. I'm talking about you, Mr. Swiss Beats. You young men that's out here, okay, nilly-willy having all these babies in the world, but don't understand that you ain't thinking about the responsibility that comes with it. It's just a big game for you young men. And then a lot of you young men don't have that commitment with that ring on your finger to be a father and a husband, that you feel like you can walk away from that responsibility anytime you feel like it. Any man that thinks he can walk away from a responsibility like that is a pathetic excuse for a man. pathetic. And if I had a way of owning the legislation in this country, any man that walks away from the responsibility of being a father should get life in prison. That's right. Life. Life in prison. Because you brought a life in this world and you placed this life in a prison. That's because they don't have the right home they need. They don't have the food, the clothing, and shelter. The mother has to run down and get Medicaid, food stamps, because you just don't feel it's your responsibility to provide. You don't feel it's your responsibility to work 2 jobs. You don't feel it's your responsibility to make sure the lights stay on. Make sure the rent gets paid. Oh, it's not all your responsibility. You know, what happened to those men that used to feel it was their responsibility? What happened to those young men that used to care about family? It is a challenge. It is a true challenge to have these 2 cowardly entities interacting every day. And these interactions between these 2 cowards, and when I say cowards, I'm talking about the cowardly men that flaunt their way into the woman and the cowardly woman. When these 2 cowards come together and bring a baby in this world, it is a terrible thing. Because neither one of these cowards really wanted to be a mother or a father. Neither one of these cowards really wanted to take on the responsibilities of being a parent. And if I had my way with legislation, I would make sure that when you 2 cowards have a baby and leave a baby nilly-willy in this world, both of y'all should get life in prison. Because you done brought that child in this world and you done put this child into a prison. Oh, yes. Yes. See, when the child has no electricity because the father doesn't care about that responsibility and the mother just sits on her ass hoping that the electricity will pour from the sky, you should both be imprisoned. And that child should be placed in a home that's going to resolve that issue. When y'all both sit around waiting for the food stamps to come in so y'all can eat, you know what? Both of you cowards should be sent to prison. No one owes you anything, actually. No one owes you for having a baby. No one owes you anything. It's not our responsibility, and no one should be going in our pockets to give you $5 so you can buy some Pampers. I'm very hot under the collar, Reverend No Show, when it comes to these women and these men that come together to bring forth these scenarios, like this mother suffocating her 2 sons. And the father could love his 2 children all to death. But I'm telling you now, they're no longer here because he made the wrong decision. That's right. He made the wrong decision. You laid up with a woman, okay, for the wrong reasons. You broke the rules when it came to sex before marriage. And I'm telling you, people, there are consequences. There are consequences for breaking God's rules. The pain and suffering that a father has to deal with because his 2 sons are gone could be part of that pain and suffering. The pain and suffering going on in this young lady's mind because she lost control. She lost her mind and killed her kids. Could be part of that pain and suffering. You won't be able to put your finger on it, but you will be able to feel that pain and suffering. I promise you that. So I don't feel any remorse for this young lady. I only hope that other young women will get a hold of this story and realize that that boyfriend that you have is just a boyfriend. He's not a father. That boyfriend that you have is just a boyfriend. That doesn't make him a real parent. That does not make him qualified to raise a child. Get it through your heads, young ladies. It does not make him a father. It does not make him qualified to raise a child. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. I could talk for hours about this scenario. But you know what? Enough said about it. Enough said, enough said. I'd hope that some of you young ladies out here that are out here working, going to school, and abstaining and holding off and not trying to be like your friends who want you to be like them. You be yourself. You be yourself, and you grow and you learn and you mature into a woman. And once you become a woman, you set your standards high. You don't set your standards low. And if the person that you're looking for does not have the same ambitions as you do, don't settle for less. Do not settle for less. All right, people, let's take a look at this stupid interview right here, this stupid attempt. Let me tell you something. Lindsay Lohan. If I could just reach out and touch Lindsay's hair right now, I'd slap the taste out of her mouth then. I'd slap the taste out of her mouth, and I'll tell you why. Because you need to get slapped, you need a whooping, you need to get your hind parts beat down. That's what you need. You need a good whooping, and you won't be in rehab. You won't be in these problems that you're in. That's all you need. It's a good old-fashioned whooping with an extension cord. You won't hear another peep out of Lindsay Lohan after I get through with her. I'll whoop her straight down to the ground. And Lindsay Lohan will be one of the nicest people you've ever met. Reason I bring her name up is this $1 million. $1 million for an interview. Who wants to even listen to her talk after the fact? And see how the media just hypes this up? Hype. $1 million. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. All right, people, let's take a look at some last bits before we move on. Let's take a look at some last bits of news before we move on, people. This mosque that they are creating in New York is causing some controversy. For those that don't know what a mosque is, Bob, it's not a mask, it's a mosque.
I know what a mosque is.
And it's not a mosquito, it's a mosque, Bob. I'm going to be real with you on this one. I'm going to be real with you. This is America. And I'm going to be honest with Americans right now. We have the freedom of speech in this country. We have the freedom of speech in this country, and it comes with a price. It comes with a price, people. And to shut down our enemy's thoughts would be against that freedom. As upset as we would become because we have to hear their thoughts, that's just part of our process here in America. If the Ku Klux Klan wanted to speak, they can speak. Skinheads wanted to talk, or racists wanted to talk out loud, they can speak. Even terrorists that stand up in this country and say that our country is doing them wrong, they can speak. That's just part of the sacrifice that we give up by having such a free country. Now, when these types of places come up, it is a place of worship for those that worship that religion. There's nothing we can do about that place, because in America you have a right to go get a building and turn it into your place of worship if you want to, regardless of what you worship. It's America, people. It's America. And if the enemy wants to put a building next to the towers of 9/11, if they have the money to buy the building and call it the building against America, it can go up. It can have a sign outside their door saying the building against America, and it can thrive as long as it wants to, using its freedom of speech. We know we draw a line when it comes to that freedom. We won't allow you to take another life because of your thoughts of your freedom of speech. We know we won't allow you to bomb or desecrate or injure others based on your freedom of speech. There's a line that we do draw. But the bottom line is, in this country, I don't care who you are. I don't care what your issue is. But you have the right to speak. It is a hard, it is a very difficult privilege to defend. Nonetheless, it is a privilege that anyone that steps in this country has the right to. All right, Reverend No Show. We hit some seriousness on this one right here.
Miss Jenkins, I think you definitely took it to a different level. Yeah, I feel like this is a different direction that we went today.
Well, Bob, it's got to be a different direction because someone has got to lay down a foundation for those to follow. And I like to have a good time just like anybody else. I like to talk about things that are positive. I like to talk about things that are negative. But I like to make a difference at times also. Z109 Talk Radio. I want y'all to relax and sit back because we recorded a game show that we're building. And we wanted to go ahead and play it at the end of this seriousness that we put forward here. But we think you're going to like this game show. It's called Don't Make the Baby Cry. Reverend No Show, how'd you like the game show that we were working on?
Miss Jenkins, I was feeling the game show. I got a couple of questions right, but I think it has a chance of being popular.
Bob, you was on the game show, but you didn't do too well on some of them questions. You made the baby cry a lot of times, Bob. A lot of times.
Well, I thought I did pretty good since I only got a 5th grade education.
Okay, Bob. Z109 Talk Radio. Y'all have a good day. Y'all have a good day. Y'all have a good day.